Evil is a concept that has puzzled humanity since the dawn of time. Why do individuals perpetrate acts that bring harm, suffering, and chaos upon others? Today, we delve into Unmasking Malice, the psychology behind evil intent. From a psychological perspective, evil actions are often rooted in complex interplay of factors, rather than a singular, monolithic force of evil. Throughout history, scholars, philosophers, and psychologists alike have sought to demystify the driving forces of malicious behavior. One key component is the role of situational forces, as famously illustrated in Philip Zimbardo's Stanford Prison Experiment and Stanley Milgram's Obedience Study. These groundbreaking experiments revealed that ordinary individuals can commit extraordinary acts of cruelty when placed in certain environments or given authority by an external source. Yet, the question remains, are we inherently predisposed to commit evil acts, or must specific conditions prompt such tendencies? The concept of evil intent dovetails with the dark triad of personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Individuals exhibiting these traits often display a lack of empathy, a penchant for manipulation, and a callous disregard for the welfare of others, characteristics that align disturbingly well with malicious behavior. It's important to note, however, that these traits alone do not predestine someone towards malevolence. Rather, they interact with situational dynamics, personal motivations, and occasionally unchecked power. The infamous dictators of history, such as Adolf Hitler or Joseph Stalin, showcase this confluence of personal traits magnified by societal contexts that enabled their reigns of terror. Fear, as an emotion, can also catalyze evil actions. When fear takes hold, individuals often resort to dehumanizing those perceived as threats. This psychological defense mechanism is not merely an individual anomaly, but a socially contagious phenomenon used throughout history to justify acts of war, genocide, and oppression. Consider the role of tribalism, which has historically fueled group-based antagonism. Within cohesive groups, members may view outsiders with suspicion, leading to a collective identity that brands different or opposing groups as the other, ripe grounds for persecution and violence. History is littered with examples where collective fear has been weaponized to consolidate power and suppress difference, from the heresy trials during the Inquisition to contemporary struggles fueled by xenophobia and racism. In dissecting evil, it is imperative to recognize the moral disengagement mechanisms individuals employ to assuage guilt or justify immoral actions. Euphemistic labeling, minimizing consequences, and displacing responsibility allow perpetrators to act with deliberate cruelty while detaching themselves from the impact of their actions. In conclusion, Unmasking Malice unveils a sobering reality. Evil intent is shaped by a tapestry of psychological dynamics, social influences, and individual choices. Understanding these factors is crucial not only for addressing past injustices, but also for fostering a more compassionate and conscientious future. As we continue to grapple with world events and human behaviors, it is our awareness, vigilance, and empathy that hold the power to change the narrative. It is only by confronting our capacity for malice that we can consciously craft a legacy of understanding and peace.